Hey guys, welcome to my rooftop sky garden. I want to give you guys an update on this space after having over 90 degrees every day for the past 2 weeks now. Certain days even reach up to 100. So I want to give you guys a mini tour of what kind of plants are doing well up here, what's struggling, and looks like we might be able to get a mini harvest out of this. Also, you might see something different up here, and that is I'm not done with it yet, but I do have an arc trellis up now, and I really want the loofah to start growing on there. I got bitter gourds up here that hopefully they can take off. I am in Southern California, and yeah, we should have enough warm days to get something going here. All right, let me just show you guys very quickly all around to pan through the things that I've done up here. The walls in the back, so I'm gonna have maybe like that butterfly pea or something climbing out there. Not done here yet, but I'm thinking this is probably best to just have a netting to have maybe a bitter gourd or something to climb out there. The carnation is doing well up here. Look, those are the new growths. This is an acerilla, and I'm really excited about this. I moved this out from the east-facing garden. So it was getting partial sun. Oh, this is the first flower. Look at that. Look at that. Look, it's the very first flower on this, and it's blooming. There's these other buds here. Acerilla is a Barbados cherry. I love this fruit so much because if you wait till they're red, they are so tasty. Sweet and a little bit tart, but also it is known for super high vitamin C, and that's why I really want to grow this fruit. Downstairs, they once in a while fruit a little bit, but up here, they should really love the sun, so I'm really excited about this one. This is the ballet tree or plant that kind of grows and looking like a tree. Got this sweet alyssum on the bottom here. Yeah, so I pretty much just cut this down short because I want to maintain everything short up here. After you cut the stick, they're putting out new growth now. It's been, I think, a week to a week and a half. This one I need to transplant. This is a beautiful variegated lavender that needs to be transplanted. The lavenders are drought tolerant, but not in a container this size in all day sun. My chrysanthemum definitely doesn't mind the sun. I do need to cut this back to keep it more like a compact, like a bush. But this is the one I grow for that chrysanthemum tea. So I would harvest these in the fall when there's, those buds, or when they're freshly open. I would harvest them, dry them for tea. Basil, I gave it a trimming the other day, but you know what? Let's just plug a few of these. Let's try basil. It's so strong. Whoa. Pow. This basil is a sweet basil, but growing it up here, that oil is so concentrated. It's got that bitter oils in it, and it has a more licorice smell and a little numbing because of that oils. It's just, the sun intensifies stuff, especially when, like this pot is out of water right now. Yeah, the flavor is so strong. Moringa definitely loves it up here. You can see how it's drought tolerant. This thing is dry now. Look at this. This is so cool, right? When you're growing your own eggs, you can choose to grow them to be any size you want, any type of eggs. Do you want a chicken egg? How about a duck egg? Or do you want egg with turmeric tint on it? Actually, that should be harvested. I don't know if it still tastes good. It's turning yellow. So many flowers that I won't get to see if I were to grow this downstairs. Oh, the caper flowered yesterday. The first caper flower on this plant. Sun gold cherry tomatoes. I should be able to get these in bigger pots soon because I do have lots of places to support them now. I started out just picking up this trellis, a really affordable trellis that obviously it's not the most sturdy in the world, but you know what? I'm looking for something that's quick and easy to do because by the time I design something out or do super duper DIY, the plants are going to lose their chance of growing up here. I just want to, you know, improve as I go. So I picked this up, super easy to put together, but I think it's not sturdy enough, and this just leaves too many like big gaps in between for the vines. If you put in a netting, I don't think the netting's gonna look that great, especially with loofahs or larger plants that would like hang down. It's just going to like fall. So I decided to just add these mesh wires. I think I need like 4 more. A total of 10 of these would be able to pretty much completely cover this space. This is the loofah that I'm going to transplant. Let it take over this trellis. Hopefully there's still time for that. Beautiful zinnia. Now keep in mind I have not watered anything yet at this point, so you get to see how the plants are actually doing after not watering for about 22 or 24 hours now. On this rooftop that has hit, it was like 143 Fahrenheit, and I think that's roughly about 42 to 43 or even 47 degrees Celsius for those of you who are asking for the C. When you touch it, it was that hot, but being elevated in this space really made a huge difference. By the time I reached the plants, 91, 92 degrees all the way to 10 something. But yeah, the plants are doing surprisingly well, thank goodness. So most of these are for pollinators or natives because they would do well in you know, Southern California, this heat, this drought. Like these ones here, I've seen them along like the California coast. They're really beautiful, super hardy. My roselle here, that's sort of like a bittersweet kind of a moment, isn't it? They start flowering when the day gets shorter. It's got such an autumn vibe, you know, the colors of roselle. So I love this plant a lot. This is a smaller acerilla that I actually grew from cutting. Oh my goodness, look, there's actually flowers on there. You see that? So awesome. So yeah, this one, the mother plant is downstairs, and I did this one as a cutting. My bitter melon, zucchinis, I got the yellow and the green variety here, bunch of flowers pushing. I need to transplant these. So I'm really excited to finally be able to grow zucchinis again. They are just, you know, productive plants that take up a lot of room. These are so beautiful. I love these joeys, or I forget the name of it. But yeah, this is like a Australian or New Zealand variety, and it's a drought tolerant. I grew these many years ago, and I always was in love with it until I was growing more plants. It started to shade them off too much, and I wasn't able to grow any of these sun-loving plants anymore. But look how cool it looks, right? I got those pineapples, so sad. One of you guys were asking me, hey, what happened to your pineapples, those sugar loaf pineapples? Well, here they are. I didn't have the space downstairs, so they were just tucked somewhere, and just not giving them enough love and appropriate sun, obviously, because they are already looking better being up here for a week or a week and a half. I am really looking forward to them growing big up here now that there is space and there is sun. Woohoo! So yeah, pineapples, but the one that's actually struggling up here is this plant right here. You grow it for the tubers or the roots. I need to transplant this, and this actually prefers kind of growing like turmeric, where it's like bright, indirect sun, maybe some morning sun, afternoon shade. So yeah, I gotta get some shade going up here to get that growing. I got artichokes back there. See, this is one of the larger pineapples. That's an Okinawa, sweet potato. Ooh, look at that new growth. Another sweet potato here. Yeah, ignore the zip ties here. But yeah, the woolly bush, I really miss having this plant. I'm so happy to be able to get this and growing it again. My beautiful cacti that's edible. This is the Barbados gooseberry that I have downstairs. I've done previous videos on. But the one that's growing big and abundant downstairs is the regular variety. This one I got the variegated leaf, so I'm really excited. It's so hard to find space downstairs to grow this. I've been wanting to, because this is a spiky plant. I can't just have it like brushing on it as we walk by it all the time. Ow. This is one of the lesser variegated one. It smells kind of like a romaine lettuce, but it's very slimy, like okra. Let's try a roselle leaf, because I've grown them downstairs before, and I want to see if they get more tangy up here, anything different about growing it in full sun. That's tangy. I can taste that it's a bit stressed though because it's dry. I need to get some water in. Another one I'm excited about is goji berries. And there's like way more of these flowers and stems growing now. Such a treat. It's like it's so sugary when you grow it up here. A little bit like longan, but it's got a little bit of a savory tomato flavor in it too. So it's a more complex kind of flavor. You know what? The trellis here makes me feel so tall. Oh, this beautiful carnations. I love, 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 love carnations. The smell, oh, this is completely dry now, but it smells so good. I love the anthus. It smells like cloves, so spicy, so sweet, so floral. To me, carnation smells like what I imagine a butterfly would smell like. Oh, I love the way this one smells. Certain ones have a sweeter fragrance, which is what I personally prefer. So I really like this one, and I like the English lavender, like more for culinary use. I'm really, really thankful that it's turned out like this so far, and it's just been an amazing experience, you know, just starting from scratch up here and just being really nervous at the beginning. I had no idea that by the time I actually started moving things up here to start building this garden, it's actually in the middle of summer. But yeah, I'm really thankful to have this space and to have wonderful help assist me getting the most difficult things up here, the bigger things like the flood tables. These trays have made a huge difference, making this space growable, honestly. Thank you guys all so much for joining me on this wild journey. I'm really excited to see what's to come up here, and I get to share that with you. Autumn is approaching, so let me know what kind of plants you're getting ready to grow during this, you know, moving forward. Thank you all, you guys, so much for making this far with me in this video on this journey. If you would like to support this channel, go check out my garden shop at wendiland.com, and even just simply liking, commenting, and sharing my videos really helps my channel grow. So thank you all, and take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.